share with you guys. Let's get the easy stuff out first. The tornado in Mayfield, Kentucky. How devastating was that for them? And in one moment it's out there, and in the next it's gone. So I'm like, I have to see what's going on here. That candle company it was incorporated as an LLC in 2015. And luckily, the Secretary of State in Kentucky, when a person files their corporation, it comes back with a timestamp and date when their incorporation files were legal. So that was at 1:54 p.m. on December 2nd, 2015, and I got to draw a chart. And the first thing that was so noticeable to me, so this is the midheaven, the top of the chart, middle of the sky, east, west. This is the public self. It's the life path. It's the career, authority, a CEO, an executive. So when they were incorporated, I got to double check this. Lost it. At the top of the chart, they had, I believe it was 10 Capricorn. And at 14 Capricorn, they had Pluto. Okay, now I have to go by memory. Okay, so anyway, they had a bunch of stuff at the top. You know, besides we have Saturn that rules the top of the chart. This has to do with low pressures. This is those dark, gray, gloomy skies. This is the thing that feeds the low pressure and the high pressure mix, and something's got to give, and you have a huge tornado. This is what's ruling the top of the chart for that candle company. It's actually like a home Mayfield Consumer Products. That's what it is. Well, here at 19 Capricorn, there were 2 asteroids. Bam! You know, explosives, explosions. We see this with mass events, big explosions, big accidents. But then it was also conjunct this asteroid, Sekhmet, ancient Egyptian god, the warrior, god of wars. And I have seen this in the past. I'm like, well, what kind of warrior? Because it's also associated with total destruction. Oh, that's right. So over here on the ascendant, the thing that was giving life to this corporation, I think this was like like maybe 23 degrees Leo or so. It's in the 20s. Well, on Friday, we had a quarter moon later in the day after the sun set. So in this chart for that candle company, what gives it life when they were incorporated, like when you took your first breath and what gave you your life and how you interact with the world, was the sun. The sun, the leader, their life force. So we had that quarter moon. It was at 19 degrees Sagittarius Pisces. Well, this sun at 19 degrees some odd minutes exactly conjunct it is that same asteroid Sekhmet. So the sun is leading this asteroid of total severe destruction damage. The analogy I will give to you, and when you have something conjunct leading another, we've talked so much about Donald's Venus-Saturn conjunction. His money, all that money, and then his Saturn, which is right there, which is a block, so nobody can get paid. Nobody can see it. It's conjunct, but Venus leads Saturn, so whatever Venus does, Saturn kind of dictates the terms after what we said we're going to do with Venus. So this horrible, destructive tornado, the sun is 19 degrees. I'm coming in. It in Sagittarius, it is Sekhmet is dictating the terms right behind it. Total devastation. And here, that 19-degree mark, over here, I think is where like Sag 19 is in this horoscope for that company. So it activates all of this area. 19 degrees over here. Well, I'm going to activate you 19 degrees. Bam, Sekhmet. Here comes the sun. This sun in Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter has to do with high pressures. And in Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, unexpected, record-breaking hurricane winds, record-setting, shattering any type of record. Jupiter expanding things, making them bigger. This was at like 26 degrees Aquarius. Well, Mars in Scorpio, life, death, transformation, destruction, is in total square with that Jupiter. So it's like egging that Jupiter to get bigger and huger. And Scorpio, with that Mars, that fiery energy warrior, is still pointing at it like, I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to give in and lose my ground. See what you can do with that. Meanwhile, Jupiter in Aquarius is disposited. It takes the disposition of Saturn. So this whole time we've had Jupiter in Aquarius, even though the modern ruler is Uranus, its ruler is Saturn. So at the top of this chart for this company, Saturn rules what happens. And Pluto is in Capricorn. Pluto is the second ruler of Scorpio. So I saw this and I'm like, oh, and then we've got Leo, the ascendant over here, which is like, I'm staked out over here. I'm not going to budge. I'm contending with now Jupiter, and I've got Mars over here. Oh, look at that. Creating a square, which is occupying this bottom part of the chart. The gravitational pull, the force down here, X marks the spot, is basically a midpoint between this Mars and Sekhmet and the sun. Mass death, transformation, total destruction, and the other thing that had just happened that day, and I was worried about this, Venus passed Pluto. So like I said before, when you get these conjunctions, these are both at 25 degrees Capricorn. Remember I said Donald, his money conjunct Saturn. You want to get paid, you're going to have to talk to the block, the Saturn. You're not getting paid. The sun in Sagittarius. This is the third quarter moon, you guys, our first quarter moon. What are we going to do? Sekhmet dictates the terms. We're going to destroy stuff. Venus represents love and harmony, but also I see it a lot representing women, people you value, like workers. Well, Pluto leads Venus. Pluto is active because we've got Mars in Scorpio. Secondary ruler is Pluto. Death, devastation, destruction. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it at the risk of Venus. And that is like the sacrifice. I think I totally understood then and got what they meant about this asteroid Sekhmet, the ancient Egyptian god of war, ensuring total destruction. It blew me away. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh. Let me know if I'm buffering. Where are you guys? Am I still here? I'm still here. I'm still here.